Hi, my name is Shuhei Yoshida. I'm head of the Indies initiative at PlayStation, Sony Interactive Entertainment. And Greg and I did talk about creativity and supporting indies and what we have learned, working with developers and what makes great games, examples of the games that we love, for the last couple of years, like that.
Yeah, I think people are always looking to indie games for creativity and something new. And that's something that's just inherent in humans. We always want to see something we haven't seen before. And indies are just really positioned to deliver that. They don't have as many kind of financial pressures, so they can take larger risks and do something that maybe you haven't seen before.
Yeah, especially when the economy is difficult. The publishers, large companies tend to go for sequels and some safe bets. That creates a space for indies to come up with something new and fill the gap, for the industry.
Yeah, I think I'd say to indies to be bold, try to do something different. Whether that's like an art style that you haven't seen or a game mechanic you haven't heard of, I think that's the thing that's going to help you jump out if your game doesn't look like something I've already seen before.
Think deeply about yourself and your teams and what uniquely you or your team can deliver that other developers might not be able to do. Anything, that the cultural influence, deep understanding of something, to draw the inspirations, anything that, you can do, you feel like you can deliver something better than other teams can do.
Yeah, I'd also say try to be really personal with your game development. Make something that's like unique to you and your background and your skill set and something that maybe nobody else could make.
There are so many games that I had the pleasure to work on that made me proud. But when I get this kind of question, I always talk about the game Journey. Journey really changed in some way the industry. Just show that the small game, you can finish playing the game within 3 hours, that can leave a very strong, emotional response in people who play the game. I was so lucky enough to be able to support the team making the game and help the game published. So that's the game I'm most proud of.
Yeah, I don't know if proud is the right word, maybe appreciative, but Broken Age, like getting to work on an adventure game with Tim Schafer was a dream. But I think the fact that we're able to do it in the way we did, crowdfunding, going directly to the audience to finance the game, working with them really transparently and sharing our work as we were making it, and having that kind of document with a documentary to show people how games are made and kind of open that process up to the audience, I think is something that has kind of withstood the test of time, and a lot of people have come into understanding game development or wanted to learn about game development through that documentary. So I think between the Kickstarter documentary angle and then ultimately the game we made with Broken Age, that was a really special thing to be a part of.
Well, I may be taking one of the great favorites from last year, that Viewfinder. It was an amazing game. When I first saw the trailer, I was like, how can they do that? And when I had a chance to play it, I was like, how do they do that? When I encounter games like that, Viewfinder, it's an amazing game that has been my favorite for the last year.
I hate this question. I play a lot of games like Shu, and it's hard to distill everything down into kind of one. But I think recently things I've been playing and drawn to, Balatro I've been playing a lot this year, and card games aren't particularly my thing. I'm not a huge card game player, but with Inscription coming a few years ago, that really kind of pushed me outside of my comfort zone and got me into the genre. And now I've been really impressed with the spin Balatro took on poker and how they kind of managed to make that such a kind of interesting thing with the roguelike structure too.
Brighton has always had some spot in my heart. So it was really, I was really happy to be invited to do a talk with Greg in this special event.
Yeah, this is my first time in Develop, and it's been amazing. And yeah, I think this stuff is always great because it's just nice to see how willing people in the games industry are to share their knowledge and talk about the struggles they're facing and the things that they've learned. And so places like this where people are so open and willing to kind of share are really exciting to me. And then like I say, getting to understand the culture and the place and getting to kind of tour around the city and learn more about the history of this city is really interesting too. We went to Brighton Pavilion yesterday and it was amazing. So it's cool to see that kind of stuff.
Well, I think always look at what's going on in the industry and try to feature the trend and theme that many developers are interested in, like generative AI or some mobile tracks. This is a place that you can come and see, quickly understand what's in the talks in the industry. And develop is always just this one hotel, right? So it's so easy to meet with everyone because it's just one place that everybody gathers.
Yeah, well, it seems like everyone's here too. So I think, I didn't realize how big the show would be and just how the quality of the attendees. Like I'm walking down the street and stopping every 10 feet with somebody I want to talk to. So it's just nice to run into friends and see unexpected people that you didn't know would be here. So it seems like this is the place to be.
And you get the best fish and chips.
Yeah, that's true.